everyone struggles in some sense with shemiras, and I am with related Isur, related Averis. But you ever think of how ridiculous it is? I mean, if you're engaged in any Avera, you can't even enjoy it. Because, I mean, think about any time you've messed up. While you're doing it, you're literally thinking, I shouldn't be doing this. I know I'm going to hate myself. I know exactly how I felt after I did it last time. And the entire time that you're doing it, in the back of your mind, you're literally thinking, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And obviously you're engaged in the Avera, but you're also engaged in thinking about what you're going to feel like after the Avera, and you can't enjoy it. There's no such thing as truly enjoying the Avera itself, because the entire time, your whole essence is literally fighting against it. And even though you think you're enjoying it, you're not. And then, of course, the second it's over, you're like, I knew I was going to feel this way. I knew I was going to look in the mirror and say, again, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. So what's going on? Why do we still do it again and again and again? But Chazal tell us that whenever you're engaged in some sort of Avera, there's a ruach shtus, that your clarity, your focus, your intellectual clarity is in this haze, and you're not able to access who you really are. So the entire time that you're engaged in this, you're in this inner battle with, this is not me, and yet I just can't overcome the fact that I'm engaged in this and want to do this. And you're fighting between who you really are, what you really want, and what you think you want. So how do you, like, on a very practical level, what are you supposed to do? So one option is to fight it. And this is obviously important to be able to fight it, to be able to, number one, proactively say, I know I'm going to feel the way that I felt afterwards every single time, so I don't want to do that again. And it's the avodas haratzon. It's saying that I'm going to get outside of the now, know where this is going, and say I don't want to do that. The problem is that even if you overcome it, there's no such thing as overcoming it, because what about 2 seconds later? It's like if let's just give an example of chocolate cake. You have chocolate cake in front of you. You say, no, I'm not going to eat it. I'm on a diet. But it's still in front of you. So now you have to say again, no, I'm not going to eat it. There's no end. And you can't overcome a billion battles. It's infinite. It just never ends. It's there. So then the second option is to prevent it, to put up gedarim so that you don't have to engage in the battle. That's obviously the ideal, and that's why you have filters on your phone. That's why if you don't want to eat junk food, don't have it lying around the house. But number 3, and this is also important because you can't prevent everything. You can't live in a world where you're never going to be challenged. And number 3 is learning how to use that desire, the ratzon, for a positive purpose. So, for example, use that energy to go on a run, go and do some exercise. So you use a different outlet. Or the ideal, as Chazal say, is take it to the base medrash. Use that ratzon, we've talked about this in the past. Use that desire to connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to connect to your higher self, to learn Torah, to engage in something higher. But I want to suggest one last approach. And this might sound a little strange, but the next time that you have that craving, the next time that you're challenged, I want you to laugh at it. I want you to laugh at it. I want you to be like, no way, I'm not doing that. But why are you going to laugh at it? Because you laugh at something that's ridiculous. If someone gives you a ridiculous answer to a question, then you laugh because that just doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't make any sense for someone like you to engage in something like that. And when you recognize who you really are, you're built you are extraordinary. You don't do things like this. Then when you have this inclination to do something that is so against who you are, you laugh at it. You say, that's ridiculous. That's not who I am. There is no way someone like me will do something like that. I want you to laugh out loud. And obviously, I want you to utilize all these strategies, but laughter is a very powerful tool. And when you laugh at it out loud, you'll literally start to feel the ridiculousness of that possibility. So I wish you hatzlacha. Obviously, this is, you're never going to overcome all of your battles. But the goal in life is to continue striving and continue working forward and say, I'm capable of the extraordinary, and I'm going to live a life always striving to be a little